Hello, everyone. I'm here to give a really quick brief today to tell you a little bit about a project I've been working on over the last few weeks, and that is the Wensleydale Railway Archive, which is going to be available on Hops not imminently, but in the next month or two. And this is something quite exciting. So, what we are trying to do with the archive is we are trying to put all of Wensleydale Railway's precious objects, things that are unique to the Wensleydale Railway, objects that are we want to hold on to, we want to preserve, we want to ensure that we hold on to for a very long time together. We want to record them, and we want to make them available to people to research, volunteers to research from or see or use in whatever capacity. So this spreadsheet here, as I say, will eventually be available online on Hops, and it'll be available through a menu. I'm not quite sure why yet because we've got to work out how it sits. And it's a couple of different pages. This is the top page here, which gives you a bit of information about the purpose of the archive, how to use it in a really rudimentary way. And then further down is each of the lines that we have in the archive is explained in a bit more detail here. The actual main archive itself is on a second tab. So introduction tab here, master archive list here. Click on this, and this is what the archive catalogue will look like. This is all dummy information at the moment. These are not real objects. These are just stuff I've put in here to test it and work out how it works. But as you'll see, there's a load of different descriptors across the top here. Every object that goes into the archive will have a record, and it gets loads of different tags, description, where it's located currently, who owns it, any additional notes, as well as these things we call tags. So tags are just a little bit more information. So what station it comes from, if we know, what period it comes from, if we know, and then a number of other tags, including trains. Does this object, whatever it is, involve or include trains? So it's a photograph, pretty easy. Does it show a picture of a train in it? You give it the yes tag. If it's a loco plate or a wagon plate or something, you'll give it that tag. If it's a pressure gauge, you give it that tag. And there's a number of different ones. Not only is there trains/stock, but buildings, structures, tracks, staff, signage, equipment, literature, drawings, clothing, ephemera, pictures, and furniture. That list may change over time, depending on the needs of the collection. But the reason we're putting all this information together is so that you can go onto it and you can find these objects. All these tags that I've mentioned at the top here can be searched through. So if you want to work out all the objects that objects originate from Bedale, you see this little grey box here, you click on it, you unselect everything, and you just select Bedale because that's what we want to look for. And then click OK. And it takes the selection down to just the objects which are originally from Bedale. So like I say, these are all dummies, but we have signal cabin signs, letters, photos, train logs, accident books, different sorts of signs. So you can see what objects originated at Bedale. Now, not only can you do that, but you can work out what time period objects are from. So I want to find things from the 1900s to the 1940s. So I unselect everything here, and I select 1900s through to 1940s. And then I might put the 1900s to 1950s tag on as well, because then that includes all objects from across the railway in that time period. I click OK, and it takes me down to just the tags, just the objects that have that 1900 to 1940s tags. So you can see these here. And what's brilliant is you can use them together. So with one set of tags in, one set of filters in place, I can add another one. So I want a picture. I want to find a train, objects to do with trains from between 1900 and 1940. So I've got my 1900 to 1940 list on already. I then go into the trains one, click yes, and it will show me I've only got one object, and it is a photo of a train crossing Askew crossing. And where is it located? It's at Bedale, and it is from the 1940s. So that shows you how it sort of works. Not only is this a physical archive, but it is also, not only digital, but it's also a physical archive. So at Bedale, room 3 upstairs at Bedale is now the archives room. There's still some space that the station team use, but largely speaking, that room contains objects from across Wensleydale Railway. and we're putting them in lists, in catalogues, like I say, so they won't go missing, they won't disappear, and they're accessible to people. In time, there's also hopefully going to be pictures of many of the objects, probably not everything, but all the photographs will have a digital version of them. Many of the more interesting objects will have a photo of them that you can be accessed from this spreadsheet. You just simply click on the link. So that's essentially it. We've got this exciting new project. We have 2 volunteers, John Smithson, not the trustee, a new John Smithson, and Derek Green, I believe is his name, who are new Wednesday volunteers, but both have a background in processing this kind of data and with enthusiasm to get their hands on the project. If anyone wants to be involved or has anything they think should go in the archives, or just wants to talk to the archive team generally, you'll see down here, there is an email address for archives@wensleydalerailway.com. That is their email address. So if you have any questions for them, if you want to view part of the archive, if you want to be involved, as I say, or if you have anything that you've been holding on to, then they're the people to contact. I hope that's of interest. Connor and the archive team will be able to help me more with this because I won't be around from the end of next week. But apart from that, thank you so much.